Walked into dinner, they were like, oh, the hair, the makeup. One of them was complimenting my tits. I was like, put them in your mouth. What are you gonna do, enjoy it? Let's go! They're having the most sex out of anyone on the planet, too. I don't know if you know this about gay men. To be honest, I don't understand why more straight men aren't gay, okay? Have some fun. Live your lives. Dip it in, dip it out, okay? But they were telling me about one of the apps they use. I'd never heard of it. It's called Sniffies. Have you guys heard of this? No. So I heard one yes, and I give you permission to speak during my set. I knew you were told not to. Who's the person that's heard of Sniffies? Right over here. How would you explain it?
Well, my gay best friend just told me about it the other day. I feel like a lot of people from Grindr have been on it, but it's like that new hip app. That's what I heard.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Thank you for really taking your time with that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. You're right. It's like Grindr on crack. It's unbelievable. It's a hookup app. It's less of an app, more of just a map. It's a map that you open on your phone. It geolocates you and whoever else has the map open in your immediate vicinity. It's the Marauders map from Harry Potter, is what it is. It's just a little mischief managed, and here we go. It's pretty unbelievable. But I was thinking about that and like how proud the original map makers of the world would be, knowing that this is where their creation had come to. Because they were all gay, no doubt. Bi-curious, at least. Are you kidding me? Cartographers, sailors in the 1400s. Women weren't even allowed on ships back then because it was considered bad luck. And that is the gayest thing that I've ever heard in my life. Just no women aboard this vessel! They'll bring bad weather and misfortune. Thomases and Williams only. We had a fun week, though. We did dinner together, and then we went to see a movie. We saw Emilia Perez. Have you guys seen Emilia Perez? Okay, all right. So there's a lot of buzz about this movie right now, and without giving away any spoilers, Emilia Perez is about a Mexican cartel boss who wants to transition from male to female, and Zoe Saldana plays a lawyer who helps him do that, and it's in Spanish, and it's a musical, and it's the reason Trump won. Yeah. It's a liberal Mad Libs. Holy shit. Just how we're getting one. And I actually posted that joke on social media and got a lot of heat from both sides of the political spectrum, which was really interesting. Like, people on the left were like, hey, that movie doesn't accurately depict Mexican and trans people, so you must hate Mexican and trans people. And then people on the right were like, why are women still allowed to talk? You guys. We're having a time here in America right now. I would say that. Having a real time. Anyone else feel like this country is about to absolutely implode? Yeah. Anyone else getting fall of the Roman Empire vibes right now? Yeah. We're going down. And we're such capitalist little freaks. The end of this empire is going to be so peak America. It's going to be televised. It's going to be sponsored. Just like, welcome to the 2026 Geico Civil War. Halftime show by Lady Gaga. Now, there's a lot wrong with this country right now. I think fundamentally one of our biggest issues, that's a tough one to correct, is that we are just too big. We're too big of a country. We are the size of Europe, okay? Europe doesn't have one person in charge of Portugal to Croatia. What the hell were we thinking? We should have just kept it to the 13 Origis, okay? Kept it a tight little Scandinavian strip, all right? But our founding daddies got a little greedy, okay? And they were daddies, by the way. Hamilton was a father, but Benjamin Franklin? You're kidding me? Those little spectacles and his lightning tricks? That was a daddy. You know that little pervert invented the catheter? Did you know that? Old B. Frankie just walking around, just, nah, give me your piss hose. So we're just out here. It's too goddamn big, too big. I think another issue we need to tackle immediately is our news. Our news cycle has gotten pretty out of control. Do you remember when the news just used to be the news? Just one show, one program, 7 p.m. every night. I'm Tom Brokaw. This is what happened at the day and time that it happened. Where did that go? We have transitioned into a 24-hour interpretive dance of just the worst shit you've ever heard in your life. Unrelenting. Our news right now is a Russian gymnastics coach from the 80s. Just brutal. Just more, war, famine, a Kardashian eat Timothy Chalamet. It's insane, man. It's so crazy. We're all like getting our news from social media too. That feels weird, doesn't it? Just like everything's boiled down to like millennial and Gen Z terminology. Here's what I've like essentially gotten is that like the left is just like the party of no worries if not, you know? And then the right is just the party of like, it's lit because everything will burn. Everything will burn under this administration. But we're here, we're just, I don't know, we're all just out here scared and pissed off at each other and just we're all in need of therapy right now, I think. Does anyone here go to therapy? Okay, I love that. I love that. I think therapy should be free and mandated, to be honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I do think we need to get creative in how we implement that. People talk about defunding the police. You know, I don't know if we need to defund the police, but I do think every police officer needs to get their master's in counseling. Therapy police? Are you kidding me? You get pulled over for speeding? You have any idea how fast you were going? What are you running from? When's the last time you made eye contact with your dad? So I'm out here. We got any fellas in therapy out here? 1, okay. 2, nice. You guys just... just talk to someone once. One time, see if it helps. I'm looking for a fella in therapy. I'm like dating a little right now. I don't know. I just got out of a very long relationship, so I'm just starting to date again. I was in an 8-year relationship. Do we have any couples in the crowd tonight? Okay, who's our longest couple? Who's been together the longest? Like over 5, 10 years? Anyone? Okay, I like that. And where are you? Oh, not even sitting next to each other. Okay. Well, that is just fabulous. So what's the secret to the longevity of your relationship? Distance, it seems. I love this. I love that you guys, there was an option for you to sit next to each other. And you both said, not tonight. Not here, not now. It's wild. I'll tell you, it's wild going from a long-term relationship to dating again. Because in a long-term relationship, it's a beautiful thing. You get to develop this trust with someone, this bond. You get to bring your full self, flaws and all. It's really amazing, you know? Like, I was at the level of comfort with my ex-boyfriend where we were just like, you know, we were living together for many years. We were at this level of comfort of just like period underwear drying on every doorknob in the apartment. Every doorknob covered in it. Period underwear that I'd scrubbed. Bloody knuckles. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to paint the picture for you guys. To go from that level of comfort to sitting across from a man on a first date just like, you played baseball in high school? Wow! You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you so much!
I'm older. I know y'all can't tell because black don't crack. But so I'm older. Like, I have a 31-year-old. Fuck that. Anyway, right? So my friends are passing away and like for nothing. Like for nothing. These motherfuckers taking a nap. You know what I'm saying? I am from Brooklyn in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They used to get shot. Like this motherfucker. They dying from hypertension and diabetes. This is crazy. fucking take a nap. My friend's just passing away, taking a, and so now I'm realizing we're living in a dash, right? There's a birth date and then there's a death date, and the dash is all this shit, right? And I'm like, oh, I want to do so much stuff in a dash. So I'm in Scotland, and and I'm walking around, and my damn Wi-Fi is spotty, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. So I'm walking around the rich parts of Scotland because I just feel the queen in me. My last name is McLean. I know this, like, some of these motherfuckers is my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Some of these, you know, your daddy people. You know what I mean? Your daddy people, you know. But you know, you fuck with your mother family, really. Your daddy people, you act like them sometimes. Okay, anyway. So I'm in Scotland, right? I'm in Scotland. I'm walking around. I see this guy, and he is gardening. And I'm like, yeah. So I go into his garden, right? I go into his garden. I'm talking to him about hydrangeas and shit. You know, I just saying stuff to chat him up. He had bad teeth. He was tall, but he was, you know, white. And I was like, this is going to be great because he invited me to his flat. It was in a rich place. He was like, I have this flat, and if you come up, you'll see the great, you know, skyline of Scotland. And I was like, all right, cool. So I went up there, walked 300 old staircase. It was so amazing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if he kills me, this will be the best shit ever. You know what I'm saying? My friends is dying from taking a nap. Like, I would be in Scotland at a strange man's house. Maybe he'll behead me. You know what I'm saying? I would be so famous. I would be so famous. Because Scotland, they would name Fringe after me. They'd be like Fringe Onika Festival and shit. I stuck my head out his window thinking like he would behead me. Nothing happened. He just kept explaining fucking Scotland. He gave me a recipe for haggis. I said, shit. I kept saying, I got vagina under these pants. That's like I said. I said, how did I get so old? I'm not in danger. You know you can age out of rape. Did you know that shit? I'm in a strange man's house in a strange land. I'm safe as shit. How am I safe? This is crazy. I walked down them fucking stairs. I was pissed. I said, nothing happened. No abduction. You know that shit? I'm tired of paying my bills. Nobody took me, nothing. Just, damn. Just went home. That was crazy. It was a fucked up experience. I said, how did I get safe? This is crazy. And I know why. Because I don't Kegel. I should Kegel, but I don't Kegel. I just don't like the pelvic. I just don't do it. And the only time I do it is when I hear the word Kegel. And when I hear it, then I'll do it, right? All the men like, what is she talking about? It's like lifting your pelvic floor up. Oh, it's like a pussy pull-up. It's like a pussy pull-up, and I could do it, and I don't do it until I hear the word Kegel, and then I do it, and then I'll be like, why are you not Kegeling? You don't have to go to the gym to Kegel. You could just fucking Kegel. I have peed on myself once or twice, you know, but I should Kegel. It's because my bladder is connected to my Wi-Fi, but as soon as I gotta go home, I'm like, God damn, shit. I could be Kegeling. Are you Kegeling? How many? I know, right? Like 20. You're like, God damn, you're trying to do double time. I see your forehead, like, okay. Shit. I could just Kegel, but I don't Kegel. I'm just happy to be a black woman at this time because I feel like the whole world is kissing our ass. You know what I'm saying? They know about the Crown Act. Y'all know so much. It's so great. It feels like being a white man. Like, for one time, I'm still talking about reparations. Nobody wants to talk about the reparations conversation, but I feel like we should get reparations. I'm African American. I feel like now we're doing people of color, we're doing all kinds of shit, but I think we should get our shit first. Like, we should get, you know, if there's a reparations stat, like, what the fuck? And I said that online, and this guy was like, you weren't a slave? Bitch, I'm a woman in America. It's the fuck I am. I'm still dating now. I'm divorced, but I'm dating. It's crazy. As soon as you meet somebody, you got to sit up there. Hi, good morning, queen. How you doing? Good morning. Now I got a new job responding to this asshole. I just wanted to get a free drink. Now I got it every morning. Well, good morning, queen. I text you this morning. Every morning? God, Jeremy, shit. In my DMs, it's a sonnet. You know what I'm saying? my DM, the motherfucker's like, oh my God, the breast hair comes through your. You be like, my what? This is crazy, Roger. You are married. You're married. Married men are so charming. What's wrong with them? They never say no. What's wrong with y'all? Get out of here. What is wrong with you? Get your ass out of here. I love my wife, but I like the shit out of you. What? What is wrong with your poor wife? And she's gonna sit up there and, have a whole post to my loving husband with his kind eyes. And his deep pockets, bitch. And his deep pockets. All right. I want to do sprinkle, sprinkle. You know the sprinkle, sprinkle lady? Oh my God. Whoo, I did it all wrong. You know what it is? I mismanaged my vagina in the 90s. That's what happened. And now I had no idea. I had no idea that vagina was so valuable. The younger it is, the more valuable it is. It's like Epstein built an island, right? It wasn't for 40-year-olds. It wasn't for 40-year-olds, Could you imagine if he built it for 40-year-olds? We'd be like, you ain't gonna be fucking me every day. Where's my shows? I gotta get chips. I mismanaged my vagina. I didn't know. You had to wait for your frontal lobe to develop. I was already married. I had 2 kids before my frontal lobe developed. I was special needs. I didn't know you had to wait for your brain. Nobody told me that shit. I was in community college. They was like, you don't really have your brain. Really, bitch? I don't have capacity. This is bullshit. I would like my vagina back. My name is Onika McLean. Thank you.
Feeling good. My girlfriend and I just made 12 years together. That's pretty good, right? 12 of them. That's a long time, 12 years. That is a long time. I sent her a dick pic, pretty recently. She was like, yeah, I know. I'm like, come on, dude. I tried to spice it up, so I sent her a picture of my best friend's dick. She was like, yeah, I know. Oh, we're goofing around, folks. What the hell? Come on, dude. She's cheating on me with a good friend of mine. What the hell? No, she's white as hell. So she's like a true crime lady. She loves true crime. And I watch it with her. That's like compelling television. I just don't think normal people need this information in their heads. Do you guys notice when a woman gets murdered, 9 times out of 10, her husband or boyfriend did it? Do you guys know that? Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. Every woman in here was like, yeah, dude, we know. We study our natural predators. We know that. I didn't know that. That's terrifying. So we've been together for a long time. So if something happens to her, I'm automatically the main suspect. Boo, stinks. I hate that because with that knowledge in my head, I could never react naturally if something did happen to her. If I came home and she was dead on the floor, my first thought would be like, I got to get rid of this body. Like that. There's no way I avoid prosecution. There's no way. My 911 call would even be suspicious. I know the language too well. A normal call would be like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Just send someone quick. I'd be like, yeah, we got a mid-30s female down. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Her boyfriend's the obvious suspect, but he would never. He's like a pretty chill guy. Oh, God. We've been together for 12. We've lived together for 10. We're not married. People don't like that. Mostly married people. They just want you to get married. Get married, you piece of shit. I'm miserable. You be miserable. Just do it. I think people just want you to live your life the way that they're living their lives. I think that makes people feel more comfortable when they know that you're playing by the same rules that they're playing by. Does that make sense? Perfect example of this is when I got my girlfriend pregnant, before anybody even said congratulations, first thing they said, she has to stop drinking. She can't keep drinking. It's irresponsible. I didn't drink when I was pregnant. None of my girlfriends did. It's not true. Women can drink when they're pregnant. Not that big of a deal. My girlfriend drank the entire time that she was pregnant, and we didn't have any complications during the abortion. It was fine. The doctor was even shocked. He was like, I've never seen a baby this dead. Like, how on earth did you pull that off? I was like, she drinks quite a bit, doc. I'm being honest with you. Just goofing around, dude. Oh, what the hell? I did have a big day today, though. I spent 11 consecutive hours on TikTok. That's not bad. Those are strong numbers. I have a favorite genre of TikTok video. I love the videos where a cop pulls a guy over, and the guy that he pulls over knows more about the law than the cop does. Have we seen these vids? Oh, a little brick of gold, folks. I love these. Because the cops really show you who they are in those videos. They walk up to a guy's window, and they're like, hey, buddy, why don't you step out of the car? And the guy's like, actually, according to the Constitution, I don't have to do anything. And the cop's like, hey, buddy, I'll kill you, okay? You think I care about the Constitution, dude? 2 more murders, and I'm running for sheriff, okay? That joke should do better in Brooklyn. Just saying. The hell else was I doing today? I visited a couple of adult websites today. Nothing creepy. I'm a Christian. It was fine. But I was on page 9,000. I found a video that I like. And click on the video, and like right before the video starts playing, a little ad popped up right before the video. It said, "Are you tired of jerking off?" I was like, no. Kind of pumped about it, honestly. But the ad, it was for like porn addiction. So it's like a good thing. But as I had that ad pop up after the video, that's what I'm willing to listen to you. That's what I mean. I just am in a puddle of my own shame. I hate myself. I'm just sitting there like, oh, I'm jerking off to Mrs. Incredible? Like, what the hell? Before the video, you can't stop me before the video. I'm bulletproof before that video. Somebody could break in and put a gun to my head, and I'd be like, look, I just need 3 minutes. Just put that gun in my mouth, it'll take 1 minute. Oh, man. You ever jerk off with a gun in your mouth? I'm Tim, by the way. Yeah. Goofing around. I don't know. I moved around a lot as a kid. I lived in 7 different states before I was 14. Don't do that. Not good. Everybody thinks it was because of the military. It wasn't. It was just bad parenting. That's all it was. I was in 4th grade. My dad was like, hey, buddy, you enjoying your new school? I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, pack your shit. We ride at dawn. I moved from upstate New York to southern Louisiana in the middle of my 8th grade year. So it was a pretty seamless transition in my life. South is different. It is different. You hear some of the stereotypes. Unfortunately, some of them are true. I'd never heard somebody say the N-word before I moved to the South, ever. I was in Louisiana for 1 day before I heard somebody say that. I was like, God damn. Like, they just let the governors say that on TV? That is an insane campaign promise, my good man. Jesus. I don't say the N-word. I don't like the N-word, but I don't dislike it enough to listen to the edited versions of songs. I just don't. Those songs stink. They're not good. I mean, when every other word is bleeped out, it just kind of fucks up the whole tempo of the song. At that point, it doesn't even feel like authentic country music. Oh, just goofing around up here, dude. I like telling that joke because you can see white people looking around to see if black people are laughing at it. Oops, shouldn't have used that riff. I did when I moved to New York. Clearly, everybody tells you like New Yorkers are assholes. I moved here with like a full heart and an open mind. I was like, I bet they're not. I bet they're great. Not true. They're assholes. Most of them. I've been in New York for 3 days. I was sitting on the subway. This guy next to me just flat out refused to give me a sip of his Gatorade. I'm like, buddy, you just opened it. Like, what? All right, man. Gonna pop a 32 ouncer on the train and I can't wet my beak? Like, what the hell is that? I'm not cool enough to live here. I'm just not. Everybody here is like on the cutting edge of like fashion and culture. This is as cool as I get right here. I popped this sweatshirt on. I was like, I look sick as hell right now, dude. My big plan to be cooler, I was gonna get my favorite quote tattooed on me. Thought that was gonna be pretty sick. Went to the tattoo artist. He's like, yeah, man, I could do that for like $800. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just remember it then. I don't need these 2 Chainz lyrics on me right now anyway. The hell else is going on? Oh, I was the birthday boy recently. That's good. Yeah, no. It doesn't feel good. Getting older is odd. Like, I just turned 27 years old, and that's just like one of the... Fuck you guys. That... Some of you look concerned when I said that, honestly. Oh, no. Oh, he's been through a lot. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm falling apart. My body sucks. You got to try in your mid-30s. You got to try to keep it tight. I'm exercising again. You got to do that. Exercising, though, it's got its pros and its cons. Like, pros, you look better. Cons, you live longer. I don't love that. I want to look better, but like, at what cost, really? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not suicidal, but I certainly wouldn't fight for my life. You know when someone dies, then everybody's like, he fought like hell. If that was me, they'd be like, boy, he gave up immediately. My grandfather's 95. Every time I see him, he's like, I don't want to be here. I'm like, same, dude. Same. Hate it here. My grandfather died shortly after I wrote that joke, which is like a bummer because he was like my boy. He wasn't just like grandpa. So I was pretty broken up about it. But then the inheritance money came through, and I was like, it was his time to go. Thanks for the new shoes, Grandpa. That's me bragging that I inherited $87. Goofing around. All right, you guys are fun. I'm Tim. Have a good night.
I came out as queer kind of young, and there wasn't a lot of media I could connect to. Like, it was pretty much just Katy Perry's song, I Kissed a Girl, and I don't believe her. The one other thing I had was the TV show The L Word, which I started watching relatively young because I wanted to know like what being queer even meant. And there's a scene where two of the lesbians, the L Word is lesbian. Two of the lesbians are having sex in the shower. And one of them gets up and goes to the toilet and starts peeing. And then the other woman gets out of the shower and gets on top of her, and they start having sex while she's peeing. And I remember watching this and being like, is that what we do? Do I have to do that? The answer, of course, is that you don't have to. You get to, right? I live with two straight men because I'm an ally to their community. They're bro-y, but like the exact amount of bro-y that I can handle, which is that when you meet them, you can immediately tell that they are straight, but you can also immediately tell that they have never caught a football, you know? We do a lot of cultural exchange in our house, you know? Like, I show them a clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I explain that I think Kendall Jenner is gay. And then they show me like a video of a whale exploding. Recently, one of my roommates turned to me and said, hey, have you heard about serving cunt? Kind of the way someone asks you if you've heard about Jesus Christ. But like, that's what living with two guys is, you know? Like, we're exposing each other to things we otherwise would not know about. Like, I'm a cute girl in my 20s. I should know about, like, Glossier and Margaret Atwood. And suddenly, I know a lot about animal attacks. And I don't mean the basic stuff like Harambe. No, if you want to know more about the 2007 San Francisco Zoo tiger attack, come talk to me after the show. Yeah. One of my roommates made a joke about the kind of pornography where women get trapped in washing machines. Do we know about this? Okay. I did not know about this, and I had follow-up questions. I was like, that seems so specific. And he was like, not that I watch it, but it's not that specific. And I was like, really? Are they custom building the machines to be big enough? Because what I thought it was this. And that is not what it is. No, it's a woman bent over with her head trapped in the machine. which is so much less whimsical. And, at the start of the conversation, my roommate was very much like, I've never seen it, I just know what it is. But then he started saying stuff like, at the beginning of the videos, they act so trapped. But then later, they pull their head out like it's easy, which really disrupts the narrative premise of the film. So I think maybe he's seen some of it, right? I did not see any pornography until I was a senior in college. Does that make you guys like me more or less? My friend convinced me to try watching feminist pornography, which, after doing some field research, does seem to be the same as regular pornography, except it is better lit. And people are less likely to be related. My friend, she sent me a site. I clicked on the first video, and it was a teacher scolding a student. She was like, "You've been very bad. You didn't do your homework, did you?" And the thing is that I had been very bad and I hadn't done my homework. And it made me so nervous, I turned it off and I wrote my essay on Jane Austen. Which I think might be the first recorded incident in human history of pre-nut clarity. You know that thing your parents say to you when you're growing up that's like, if all your friends jump off a bridge, would you? It's like, yeah. I don't want to be the one girl with all the dead friends. My parents were very strict growing up. They said a lot of things like that. Because I'm from the South, people assume that my family is conservative. But I actually think my dad just made up his own thing. Like, all of his political opinions are just sort of creative. He'll say stuff like, when will those clowns in Congress buckle down and make a city with no left turns? And it's like, what political party is that affiliated with? He won't tell anyone who he has voted for in any election. Okay, mysterious. Growing up, I really tried to figure out if he was Republican, and then I thought maybe he was libertarian. And then I thought back to this time when my sister and I were little girls and we were fighting over a doll. And my dad, he came into the room and he put both our hands around each other's throats and he said, "Share or just kill each other!" So I'm thinking, maybe he's a communist. I had a hard time in high school. And at one point, my dad came to me and he said, "I struggled at this age too, and it's totally normal." And he didn't normally share things like that with me, so I was moved. I was like, "Wow, what happened?" And he said, "Oh, I got it into my head I was God's chosen one." That is not super helpful for an eating disorder. I asked my dad to go to therapy with me because, believe it or not, it's hard to have like a perfect relationship with someone who thinks he might be God. The family therapist's name was Dr. Amanda Gay. That's her real name. And when I asked my dad if we could go see her, he said, "Oh, it's odd that she goes by her first name, Dr. Amanda." And I said, "What are you talking about? Her name is Dr. Gay." And he said, "Oh, I thought that was her specialty." Yeah, and after we see Dr. Gay, we're gonna go see Dr. Jackass. Guess what her specialty is, Dad? I've had to see a lot of specialists. I have a medical condition called vaginismus. It means my pelvic floor is too tense. In layman's terms, sometimes my vagina just slams shut. And when you have a vaginal issue, everyone ever is like, "Oh my God, do you do Kegels?" No. I can't make it any stronger. I had to go to physical therapy for this, which is exactly what it sounds like. A nurse named Amy fingers you while telling you about her husband, who she met on Bumble. This, of course, costs hundreds of dollars. So when the question of like who's going to pay on a date comes up for me, there's no, what are the genders? Who asked who? No. If you want to do something with me involving my pelvis, you are paying for dinner. I have to break even on this thing. I got catcalled recently. I'll own that I was asking for it. I was wearing a shirt and pants. A guy wolf whistled at me and said, "Ooh, looking good, baby." And then seconds later, a different guy wolf whistled at me and said, "What's up, mama?" Wait. Guys, what am I to you guys? Am I mama or am I baby? I just want to know who's breastfeeding who. All right, you guys, I've been Audrey Black.